Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on the next episode of Fort Prairie on Alberta Theme City. Make sure to hit the like button too. The like button helps with the channel a lot. So upcoming soon we have our multiplayer collaboration series that is coming out. Look for that by the end of the month. The people that I am doing the multiplayer collaboration series with, which is Joy Build Cities, Grattles, Raid Kitty, Shukaboa, and Valley Lad Gaming, the six of us, the crew here, we all started a Discord server, which is a kind of shared Discord server between the six of us. Please come check it out. It is awesome. I'm new to Discord, and I'm having a blast with it. So I have my own little private section there. We have a joint area that we all converse in, and it's a lot of fun. So please join via the link in the description, and I think I'll pin a comment as well with the link to the Discord. It is a blast so far. Again, I'm new to this, so it's, everything is a little much for me at the moment, but I'm having such a blast with it, and I'm sure you will too. Yeah, so the multiplayer series is coming up soon, so watch out for that. And then another housekeeping note is that the week of August 8th and September 12th, so those 2 weeks, I'm probably not going to post a video, but I might post one video or two on our regular schedule, just because I'm a little bit busy those weeks and I won't be able to promise you 3 videos a week. So, watch out for that. Maybe I'll do like a GeoGuessr instead of a video or something like that, because they're a little bit quicker to do, and I haven't done one in a little while. So yeah, just letting you know, I'll post on my Instagram. So, follow me on Instagram, Cities by Steven, to see like a calendar with it, or I'll have my posting schedule for August, then I'll post another one closer to September. Anyways, yeah, so that's all the housekeeping notes. What is in store today? Well, I have a bunch of like really small things that people have suggested in the comments, so I think we're going to start off with some of those. We're going to dive in, do some naming and stuff like that. Nothing like, we're not going to rename every street, but we'll rename a couple. And then we're going to dive into some more metro changes. I know that we've done a lot of metro recently, but I think as we're building it, I'm kind of realizing what I really want with the metros. So, I'm hoping to work with that. And then we'll talk more about the future of the transit system in the city. I want to look at the rapid bus network as well today. And then if we have time today, I'll do the university station, because in Wednesday's episode, I almost said tomorrow, because I'm recording it tomorrow. So in Wednesday's episode, we're going to start the university, because we're starting to get some education issues in the city. So yeah, so let's hop out. Hey, that's where we started off the city. So good timing to hop out. And let's take a look at what we've done recently. So yeah, this is Fort Prairie. We started off over here in Prairie Station, which is going to be like a smaller suburb of this larger downtown core. And, we're very much in the middle of a build. But as you can see, we're getting some education challenges. I've simmed a little bit, and they keep popping up around the downtown core, and then also in the areas of Fort Prairie where there's, level 5 buildings and stuff like that. So let's start off with some name suggestions. And we'll start off with looking at the districts really quickly. So we have Fort Prairie Fort. We have Fort Prairie. So what we're going to do is we're going to split up this district. And we're going to make a new district right in here. Now, what do we have on this one? We have a couple things: high-rise ban, education boost. It's good to know. So right in here, just right through there. I think we'll take this block as well. And then that is kind of where the grid starts to change. So I think that's good. That's the tourism district. And then let's just be a bit more specific with this. That's Fort Prairie. That's the tourism district. All right. And then what I'll do here is, you know what? Let's just bring this out to the park. At the park's border at least. So just this little area right in here. Oh, looks like I missed something right in there. Bring that. I'll bring that over into here. I could even probably include this block, and then this block as well. So this district is going to be called just the Fort Oh my gosh. There's a little delay when I type, so it kind of trips me up sometimes. Oh my gosh. There we go. The Fort Prairie Historic District, so we need to make sure we actually put our proper themes on it, so I'll just do that. Policies, we had education boost and high-rise ban in case we get anything else in there. That's in city planning. High-rise ban, there we go. So I'll just enter that. There we go. We're good. Exit, exit. So that just kind of separates some things so we can be a bit more specific with what we want with the general Fort Prairie district, which is just kind of a blob around the downtown core. So there we go. We'll check that one off. And that was a suggestion from Robo Horror, so thank you very much. Then we'll kind of go over into a street name. And at the end of last episode, I asked you all, was it the end? I'm not sure when. To rename this street because I didn't really like it. It's a street that kind of shares our couplet. And there's a great suggestion. Macintosh. Is that how I wrote it? That is how I wrote it. Macintosh Street. So I'm just going to abbreviate it so I know that that's what that's a changed street name. So Macintosh. That's fantastic. A good name. I believe that Jason suggested that name and it came from the Calgary area. So that is fantastic. Okay, so I'll cross that one off the list. There we go. Then we'll hop out and we're going to go over to City Hall here. So we got City Hall Mall. But City Hall is going to be named after someone. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we said Colonel Ordway, who was the first colonel of Fort Prairie and also orchestrated the Ordway Cut, where they cut through this mountain to get a road in across 2-Foot Island into Fort Prairie. We'll say that he was one of the, I guess, the first like true mayor of the town. So we're going to rename it Colonel Ordway Memorial. City Hall. There we go. Doesn't really fit, but well, we know what it means. Colonel Ordway Memorial City Hall. So that means this can probably become Ordway City Hall Mall. Oops. Ordway City Hall Mall. So that's really fun. Okay, there we go. And oh, I didn't write down who that came from, but I know that Ordway was a David suggestion, so thank you, David. If that was you, if it was someone else, I'm so sorry I forgot to write down your name. Then we're gonna come into downtown, where it says downtown. And we'll take a quick look at that district. And what is that district? Well, that's the IT cluster, and that's gonna be important because we're gonna rename it Java Square. So Java Square derives from James Gosling, the creator of Java, which is, a computer code system. I'm probably butchered what Java actually is, but I know it from Minecraft. So I'm not the biggest computer person. Yeah. And the person who made it, James Gosling, is from Alberta. So thank you, Joy from Joy Build Cities, for that suggestion for that. And I also really like it because Java, one, it's the IT, the IT connection, but also Java as in coffee. And I imagine there's a lot of people who drink coffee in these office buildings. So I think it's kind of a fun double entendre, I guess. So we got the city center tourism district. I'm going to rename tourism district back to downtown because the name is pretty similar. Like the area is pretty similar, and just, tourism district doesn't really sound good to me. So downtown seems fun with me. And we got city center as well. So those are two kind of downtowny names. So I'll cross that one off my list. Then there's been a suggestion to name the river. I just want to, officially name it so that we kind of have that in the bank. And I guess I'll put the nameplate for the river. This is the lake. So I'm not going to name the lake yet. But in a way, it's still the river. So let's put the nameplate right in here. Ooh, let's actually go with the park. And so I'm going to name this one myself. Even though I'm sorry that I didn't end up using some of the name suggestions from earlier on in the series, but I'm going to be naming it the Arrow River because we're making this city an Alberta-themed city, and in Calgary there's the Bow River, which runs right through it, so I thought the Arrow River would be kind of a good theme. So I think with City Park here, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to rename it Arrow Park. Or Arrow River Point or something like that. That works. All right. And then there was also a little suggestion to make a little compass so we all know what direction we're talking about. Now, I don't know if this is going to exactly line up with how the map works, but this is how I want the kind of coordinates of the city to kind of be. So right in here, I'm going to put our little compass. And why right over here? Well, this is just a little... I don't think I'm going to build anything ever right here in this river. So I think, one, that's good. And then two, when we started talking about it a little while ago in like the first few episodes, we use these streets kind of as our orientation. So we're going to have one there. Just put them in autosave at the same time. There we go. I'm going to build a compass. So it looks like I need to make them a little bit bigger. Okay, so not perfect, but it works. So that's going to be north. And then over here, we're going to have east. And then we have west. And then we have south. So it's a little tricky to see, actually. So I might move this later on. Yeah, I don't really like that there because it is tricky to see, especially with the lighting of this series. So maybe I'll put it somewhere where the green stands out a little bit better. But anyways, that's how... Oh, you know, that kind of works from this angle. So, yeah. Yeah. That works. Okay, so there we go. Got that in. Next item on the agenda is the hockey rink. So we'll go to the hockey rink. And this suggestion came from David. And the Fort Prairie hockey team is going to be called the Fort Prairie Dogs. Because isn't that perfect? So I love that. The Fort Prairie Dogs. That sounds too Canadian to not be real. So like that, we'll cross that one off the list. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to rename a metro line, and this is going to kind of lead us into the rest of the episode. Oh, actually, before we do that, I'm going to name the campus area now. Now, there was a ton of suggestions for the campus area, and I thought this one worked out great. Oh, not Prince Rupert. Prince Albert College is going to be the name of this area. And the reason why Prince Albert College, well, I believe that if this was a historic town at the time, Prince Albert, you know, was a very prominent historic name for in Canada, sorry. And there's a Prince Albert, there's a town in the area called Prince Albert. That's where, I believe that's where Alberta gets its name from. Could be wrong, let me know. So I think this works out thematically. So I realized that before we dive into the metro, I've been getting tons of town suggestions in the comments, and I want to just place a couple so that we don't all lose each other in kind of talking over where we want some towns. So the first town I'm going to do, oh, and that came from David. The first town I'm going to look at is right in here in this kind of area. And now these are just really rough, okay? Just because I want to place them down. So this one, we're going to have Beaumont. Oops. Oh my gosh. Okay, Beaumont. It's going to be in this area. You know, it might not be actually here, but you know, we have a metro coming out this way. I think it might be nice. We also have a train station as well. An opportunity for a train station at least. Okay, so then we got Beaumont, and then so Beaumont is named, this is from Code 066, is named after Mary Duberly Burles Warren Beaumont, wife of Henry Millard, a businessman from Brockton County who settled outside of Fort Prairie. So that is fantastic. I love that. Then we're going to have close by, and this suggestion I didn't write down who it was. I believe it might have also been code 066, but I'm so sorry if it wasn't. So again, rough planning. I'm thinking we'll put it in here for now. So this is going to be Beaufort Hills, and yeah, so this is the same person, Henry Millard, started a town up here where we'll have some ski resorts and stuff like that. So that is going to be up here. Again, it might not be exactly here, but I think it kind of works. I think Beaufort, you know, Beau in French means pretty, so I think maybe we'll have like a fort, like a historic center over here, something like that. Then we can have some cool ski slopes in here or something like that. We'll import some of the Snowfall DLC assets for this area, but you know, this is quite a long ways away, this stuff. I'm just trying to get this in so we can situate ourselves geographically with what we're doing. Then we're going to head up the highway into here, and I think what we'll do is in this area, right in here, how about that? We'll have Dun, which is going to be a forestry town, and that was from code 066 as well. Then we'll follow the highway all the way down over into the Badlands. And so we have our airport over here. Now I gotta choose a spot in the Badlands for this town, and I'm thinking we'll have it right over in here in this little area right in here. So we have our major airport interchange. So this could be like a really interesting location. So right in here, and we'll have this town be Winslow, which is a railway town. So thank you very much from a railway tycoon. I guess I forgot to write down something. Let me know if there was some lore around that. Winslow, was this person a railway tycoon? I believe that was the story. So Winslow was a railway tycoon who set up a community out over in here, and I think this is a good spot. We're beside Walsenburg. Kind of on the other side of this estuary. We have this road coming through here too, so that would be you know, beneficial, and we'll have a railway station in here for both these towns. So there we go. And then the airport, we're going to preemptively name it the Michael J. Fox International Airport, after Michael J. Fox, the actor. Is he from Alberta? I forgot to look that up. Okay, so that was from Jason. Thank you very much. And then the last name before we dive into actual building is going to be over in this area in here. I'm not sure where in here because I'm not sure how this area is going to work out yet. So I'll place it right over here for now. And this is going to be Hanover Heights. And Hanover Heights was from code 066. So thank you for all those suggestions. That's fantastic. I believe I got through them all. I try to make sure that I write down every single suggestion. So if I missed something, let me know. And then we're going to dive into some of the Metro stuff. And let's dive into the Metro stuff right now. So let's take a quick peek at what's going on here. This is where we left off last time. So if we can kind of see how the Metro is kind of working. And yes, you can see some things over here. So this is kind of how our metro system is kind of working. It kind of swoops in from Prince Albert College up through the downtown, and then it kind of curves through some funky little turns into Greenburgh. And now the stations I want to remain firm, but it doesn't mean that we're gonna keep how this connects up into Greenburgh forever. Especially over on this side. There was some talk about maybe just cutting off at the end so that like this road would, this metro line would end in Greenburgh. Then we'll have another one that goes out to Beaumont, up through Prairie Station, and then into Greenburgh, and that's where it terminates. And then we'll have some type of line extend out into this area. So yeah, that could work. So again, like this isn't permanent, especially this section right in here where it curves. Yeah, I'm not set on that. But I'm not going to look at that today. What we're going to focus on is the downtown stuff. And so the north-south line, which I think is going to be this one right in here, that isn't very long right now. So let's see what line that is. Metro Line 2. So Metro Line 2 is going to be have a name. This was from JMWZ. So we're going to call it the General Hawkins line. Named after builder fellow City Skylines YouTuber Lee Hawkins, one of the only City Skylines YouTubers that uses their real name for it, and that's why he's a general. And I think it plays out well with the kind of like the lore of the area too. And we're gonna make this one orange, and I believe it was Jason who said that we should have the two lines be orange and green. So there we go. Yeah, so we'll have that one be General Hawkins line. The other one I think we'll name Downtown University line. All right, so now we're going to start diving into some of the more detailed things that we're going to do. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to move the City Hall station, which is right here. We're going to move it across the street. So we're going to change up some things and how this works. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow us to have a bit of a cleaner curve into this station over here. Now I know it kind of does a bit of a weird bump out right through here into the arena station. But I don't really want to change this one, at least right now. I think it really works right here. But it is kind of awkward how this one should really seem, it seems like it should really be on an angle. So then we kind of just curve and then we go up through here so we don't have that weird craziness. So maybe we'll look at revising the Arena District station. I don't really want to move this metro station. I think it really works right there. I think it, especially if this becomes a park, I'd rather not have it in the park. Anyways, so we'll move that across the street, and then what we're going to do is we're going to consolidate these two into one station. So we'll look at that as well. So yeah, let's just pause the game. And I know we're doing a lot of talking. And as we're doing this, I'm going to kind of not talk too much about what's going on through here. But that is because I'm going to start talking about what the plan is for transit in general. I'm just going to delete this line. Be really careful because I'm a bit trigger happy with my mouse sometimes. And I end up deleting things I definitely shouldn't. So I'm sure there's a way to kind of specify what I'm trying to delete here. Yeah, there we go. shouldn't have taken me that long to figure out. We're just gonna back this up to about right there, and then we'll revise that. Okay, so then we're just going to just do this, and we'll move it manually. So we're gonna move it right across the street. Turn anarchy on, and if we just go underground again, we can kind of see what's going on through here. So again, I'm sure that these stations would connect in real life, but we're kind of playing with the idea that this is just a separate entrance into a station that is both for this line and this line. So we're just going to move it over here for some realism purposes. We could also have changed the station to a different type of station like this one as well, but I think we might be getting a little bit too kind of large with the station size. I kind of like keeping it small, especially since it's a secondary entrance to this station in theory. So because otherwise we could do something with this, and we could go with this one, which isn't that much larger. Especially if we upgrade this road. I think it might look a little bit nicer. We're definitely not going to go with this one. This one's a bit too big for what I'm looking for. in this area. And the other options just aren't realistic enough. Especially like this one, that would be nice, but not the type of city we're kind of going for. So yeah, I think we'll keep this one for now. And then what that means... Holy cow, where are we? There we go. So now what we have is a bit cleaner of a curve into here. So we'll do that. Where is the metro line? I'm in the wrong tool here. Okay, so what is the plan? Well, I received a bunch of comments about how we're going to approach the metro system. And, you know, my goal for the metro system was always to be, you know, simple enough, because Canadian metro systems are not the best. Canadian transit is not the best. It could definitely be better, and I want to have some realism with that. You know what? Let's just go straight right through here. Right about there. And one thing I want to do with this series is I want to build a transit system that I can upgrade over time. And it's a little bit challenging to do because, you know, you want to build a perfect metro system. But what I think the plan is going to be is we're going to build a metro system that is good, but not great. And we're going to build a metro system that has the potential to be upgraded into something that is great. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of build... That's fine. We're going to kind of build something that is simple enough, like this simple kind of two-line system. And then we're going to connect up with other things. So we're going to have a bus hub over here, the rapid bus network up into the Jefferson Farm area. We'll then, you know, get some new connections. We'll have some lines going out to Dunn, for example. We'll have the University line go up into Hanover Heights. So with that in mind, I'm also down to upgrade stations over time. So what I'm thinking is there are some comments to use the Metro Overhaul mod. Now I was looking into it, and the Metro Overhaul mod will fry my computer. I don't have the best computer in the world. It's good, you know, it works, as you can see. But it's just not going to work and perform in the way that I want. So we're going to save that for like an end game build. Like an end game, make the transit system the best it can be, call it a day. So that's the plan. We're going to keep it simple for now. Use vanilla assets, except for some of these assets I got from the workshop, which are from Klus, created by Klus. So they're basically just changes to the vanilla metro station, and they're upgraded things. What I'm thinking about doing is we have a bit of a architectural style in the downtown core. So we have the first upgrade to the metro system, maybe from its original stations that are just this. That was probably built in like, I don't know, 2012, let's say. Seems like something that's a bit modern. And so we have that architect that built that, and this station too. And then something I haven't shown in this series is I detailed something off camera, which was this station, all the way over here. And I forgot to show it off in the episode right after we built this station. So here we have it. This is a bus stop. It's a taxiway, but it's a bus stop. We have a couple of commercial assets through here. It really helps this area out by not having so much cars flow through this kind of choke point as well, which is nice. I have a nice little park here too, just something really simple, and people like to use it anyways. So I think it all worked out. Yeah. So you know, same architect built those three stations, and you know we'll have the other ones as well. They also seem like the same architect. So what I'm thinking is maybe a bit earlier, in like the 90s or something like that, the city built this style of station, and we'll use these stations out in Hanover Heights and Dunn, etc. All the towns will use these stations because, you know, maybe they just haven't been upgraded to the modern style yet. And having these options like the double island, the bypass, I think it gives us exactly what we need for now. And then when we get down the road, we'll have a lot of ability. We'll have a lot of ability to upgrade down the line. So let's actually hook up these lines. Interesting. Bit of a glitch. So, we said we're going to revise this station. Why are we going to revise this station? Well, you see, it's kind of a weird angle. So I think we get this one on a diagonal right through here. Now, this is all park stuff. It's totally fine. I think we can get it to work. And then what we'll do is we'll have it just be a bit of a cleaner angle into here. So we'll do that. We'll do that next. So I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to pause the game. Yep, I want to delete that. And then we're going to revise some of this park as well. Now, this is going to be a bit tricky because I really want to get this on an angle right through here, and I don't want to connect these roads up. They're the same road, but I want to keep it separate. So we might have to go with this larger one, and because this one's probably a bit too small. But we did say we wanted to make this one the same architect. Okay, we'll try this one first. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it down. Pause the game. I'm going to use move it here. Just going to rotate it around. Then I'm just going to move it like this. Let's see if we can get this to work. I'm not exactly sure if we can or not. So that's where we need it to be for this. And yeah, it's a bit too much. So why don't we try the other one? And if not, then I think I'll just call a mulligan on the whole matter. So we'll try this one. This one's even bigger. So yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get this on the angle we need it to be on. But I wonder if we can try and get it. No, it's not really working. So I think we're gonna go back to this one, and I just don't like the angle that it's on though, you know? So I'm wondering if we can probably try and... We know we could probably get a road. Let's place it back right here where we had it before, and then just try and see how far we can rotate it before we kind of lose sense of the shape and we start kind of glitching out the system a little bit too much. Okay, so I think we're good right here still. I mean, that's good. That's a good enough angle. Let's check underground. That's at least better, right? Okay, so let's go. We're in tunnel mode. Perfect. We'll delete this. And then what I'll do here is just do something like that. It's pretty nice. And then again, I think we said we're going to try and get another station or even two in here. But I think this kind of leaves us at a bit of a better kind of sense of things. So we'll try to go underneath the road here. We'll go to about here, and then oops, let's do, yeah, no, we're good like that. I think that's a bit better. Okay, so back to metros. And here we go. Yeah, very strange. Okay, so we'll just redo this line. we are. Alright, so starting here, we're going to go out this way, then we'll go back down to Greenberg. We'll go to Greenberg Station 2, back to the Arena District, Java Square, over to City Hall area, and then over to the University. We're good, and then we're going to head back. Across the way here. So we're going to leave this connection into Fort Prairie and Prairie Station for now. And we might separate this station from this station down the road. But I think this is a bit cleaner of a grid system. We'll get to this momentarily. So let's hop out of this, and we'll take a look at what this area looks like now that we've kind of detailed it up a little bit, or changed up the detailing a little bit. So for example, this one, I think we definitely need to just bring over. I think what we can do here is grab a couple of the basic paths. And let's make sure we're at ground level here. And I just want to exit out of this. Let's turn off our guidelines as well. That'd be helpful. So right here, we'll just bring this down to about there. Just going to touch this up a little bit because it looks to be glitching a little bit in there. It might just have to leave it though. Okay, that's good still. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, I was underground. Oh no. Hopefully that didn't actually stay. It did, okay. There we go. I just can't believe I didn't even realize that. Okay, so we'll start right here. We have Anarchy on, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it like that. And then, because I don't want a node junction, like a node right there, what I'll do here is I'll just do that. And then I want to upgrade this one to this. Alright, so we have a nice clean path connection through there. Though, what I might want to do instead is just upgrade this one to this. And then what we'll do is we'll just move this over. So we have a nice clean connection. And you know what? We might as well have just used this as a tree line path. So we'll move this node over here. And there we go. Just like something like that. That works. And I want to leave the space open for now, but right in here, you know what, I don't think that should be a tree line path, coming to look at it from a different angle. So we'll upgrade this. Cannot upgrade, oh. There we go, and I'll just reposition this. And so I think what I'll do here is I'll just pave in this whole area around this, because the pathway really does a good job at holding the concrete together, unlike some other paths. So we'll do that, and then we can detail this up a little bit to be a bit of like a something like this with a food truck and whatnot. But let's take a quick peek over here now. So what I'm thinking is we do something, we'll bring a path right down through here, and we'll have it connect up to this crosswalk. So let's go with this path, and we'll go from here, we'll bring it right down to that crosswalk, like I mentioned. And we're good with that tree, so that's good. Then we can connect up like this, that'd be perfect. Oops. Okay, we'll have to go a bit farther, and we'll just use move it to correct ourselves, and that's okay. Okay, need to grab the nodes here. So let's try and just move this node out of the way. Put it back to where it was. Okay, can I just undo this? Okay, might have undone something else, but I don't know. There we go. Then I'm just going to do it at a different angle here so I don't have to remove that road, because I want to make sure that I don't change any of the grids that we've built already. Ah. Come on. Today's episode has been a little all over the place, hasn't it? So I definitely didn't get to the rapid bus network today. There we go. And then right behind here, we have a pathway. Okay, so I'll delete that path. That's okay. Because we have that path in now. We have these two nodes right next to each other, but I think that's going to be okay. We'll have this one come right across. And we'll bring this one down as well. And that gives us some opportunity to, add some park assets in. And then what I'll do here is I'll just do that. Kind of fill up the concrete a little bit. And yeah, there we go. So we've changed up the kind of angle of this metro station. And I think it still works out pretty well. We can fill that up. Yeah, I think that still works out pretty well. And then the next thing we're going to do then is the last metro station changes, which is over in here. So if we take a look at the metro system itself, did that stay? It did stay. Nice. Yeah, I think that works out pretty good. Sure, the trains would have to take quite the slow approach through here, but I think that's going to be fine. At least it's a bit more realistic, you know. We could probably bump it out a little bit. And grab this node, pull it out a little bit, and grab this node. Oops. Pull it out a little bit. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, we'll let things kind of sim up a little bit. And then we're going to revise this station, and then we'll try to get the university station line in. And then I'll do the rapid bus network another time. So yeah, we're going to change this one up, mainly because it just doesn't really work having two stations so close. This isn't exactly the most populated area, nor is it ever going to really become that. So what I'm thinking about doing is moving this this station right into here. So we'll put it right on Alberta Boulevard. And that's, really central. It's right beside the historic church. It's right beside a bit of an office district. It's right close to Fort Prairie. So, yeah, let's delete this. We'll go underground again. And we'll just kind of change up how this is going to go. And again, we're going to bridge this out over into here, and where it'll kind of link up into Walsenburg and even Winslow. So, yeah. So we'll delete this one as well, and this, and this. And we'll delete this connection. There we go. Then I'm basically just going to move it right into here. So I'll plop it down, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to flip it onto this side. There we go. So I'm just going to let this sim up a little bit. We'll delete some of these houses so we can kind of see what it's going to look like. Then I think this whole area is going to be changed up in its zoning structure because of this. So I'll delete everything up right through here. There we go. It looks like it's a bit sunken as well, which is kind of convenient, I guess, in a way. So I think right through here, I don't know what else we could really do except to kind of make it a bit of a parkette. So I'm just going to try and raise this up a little bit, actually. Okay, now we went too far. Is that still too much? No, I think that's okay. I kind of like how there's stairs. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, okay, this works. So let's delete everything here, and we'll take a look at the zoning first. So right behind here on these two blocks, I think we can make that commercial, and I guess we can start off with that. So let's just do this. Plop this down, and we'll bring this right down through here like that. And then we can try and get something like this, and then I'll just use move it to move these into place a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. That looks nice. And then right over here as well, we'll just have a bit... Oh, you know what? I think I might need to lower this a bit more. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then what we'll do then is I'll do the same kind of idea. I like doing this with these metro assets. Okay, I'll see if I can raise this one up to hide it a little bit, because I know we're on a bit of a weird angle, so it's a bit tricky, isn't it? All right, there we go. So that means this can change up as well. So I don't really mind having the paths through there, but what doesn't necessarily need to happen is having all the paths. So what we can do then is we can probably make this commercial, I'm guessing. I don't really mind having like an office right through here though. And you know what, I think we should probably look at getting the path right through here. And I guess we can do the same for this side as well. Seems like there should be a crosswalk there, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. Then what we'll do here then is have some commercial assets. Just like that. And then I think we can get some commercial assets right in here as well. We'll wait for that to pop up. And then I think a nice big office building would be good right there, flanked by some commercial. We'll see what kind of pops up. And yeah, I think that's going to work out pretty well. Then we just need to make this, and this is going to have this curve be a little bit nicer too. Let's get our guidelines on. So I think that's good. Oh, whew. I think I did not click that in. I think that's where we need to be. There we go. So again, we know from past experience that it is totally okay to cross a station with a path or with a line. Everything is a-okay in that regard. Then what we'll do is we'll have this just flow right out, and we'll bring it underneath city property, and we'll emerge somewhere like right there into an elevated bridge. All right, very nice. We got a burger place. Okay, so this is a European district, so we got to make sure that we change that up. So I guess Fort Prairie Historic District I should have changed when we built it originally this morning. So themes is going to be international with allow other styles. So what I'll do here is I'll just remove that and we'll let that all pop up, and we'll let this all kind of grow up naturally. We'll come back another time and we'll see what it kind of looks like on Wednesday's episode. And you know what, I'll detail these off camera because I still want to get the actual metro station in, because apparently I can't exactly delete lines or anything like that today. So I'll have to restart my game and everything like that, but that's okay. Looks like the stations are actually trying to catch up with each other. I'm sure if I can drag the stop to move it. Yeah, there we go. And there we go, and then I'll just delete. You know what, I think I can delete them instead. I think that's probably a bit better of an option. And I'll create a new line. And let's go from here and back. And there we go, that'll be good for now. And you know what, this office seems to be looking nice. I don't like this commercial asset, but you know, this is one of the few spots that I think it's actually going to be okay. So I'll make it historical. This one is a good height density for this area, so we'll leave that one. This one is pretty modern. I like that. That's pretty cool. It's also not too tall, and I think it flows well with this building, so we'll leave that. Yeah, we'll come back to the rest of it. And last thing we're going to do is the station for the university. And why do I want to do that today? Because I really want to get started on the university, and the metro is going to be, you know, a really key feature to that. And since we're kind of talking about the metros anyways today, I think it's going to be beneficial to kind of plan it. So when I'm thinking about this area, I'm thinking we might have like an express university line at some point in here, which may require us to have a bit of a bypass. So what I'm thinking is we could go for this one in here. Now, David suggested in the comments that we do a bypass station for this area, and I'm not sure if they were mentioning using this one or this one. Now, I'm thinking this one might look really nice for a university kind of build. So we'll have it. This might be a little tricky, actually, because... Oh, sorry, no, sorry, we're going with a different one. I could go for this one. This one could be cool. Elevated bypass. Now, since we are above ground for this, or maybe we go with a different one. Maybe we do go with something. Maybe we do keep it underground at the university. You know what? I think I might have to give this one a bit more of a think before we dive into it. And what we'll do is, since we emerge right here, what we could do is we could still just, you know, keep it underground until then. So like after this station, we could emerge above ground, because, you know, this one would be really cool for it. But the way the roads are for this building is not the best. This one could work. I could sink this down a little bit. Same with this one. And then we also have our new metro stations, which might be the way to go for it. Something like the double island station, because we could get this right kind of in there. And I wouldn't actually connect it to this road, by the way. I'm just kind of showing it. And I think this is probably our best option. I think this works out really well. We get David's suggestion of getting a bypass station in. And we get to use one of our new assets, and maybe this is kind of an older station for the university. When the university was built, they had this built, which is maybe in the 90s, like we said. So I think that could work out, actually. So yeah, I think we'll just revise this in a future episode. Let me know what you think. I am recording them ahead of time, so I won't see them. So yeah, you know, a lot of naming today, a lot of you know, changes to what we've done already. So not a lot of new building. You know what? I like those. I like these buildings through here. These more modern buildings. I think they actually work pretty nice. Might remove this one. Don't like these ones too. So we might make this whole area a park. And then that bookstore needs to change as well. This one we can keep. Actually, they're the same building. We can't keep that one. Or maybe we actually remove this one as well. Yeah, okay. So why don't we just spend yeah, you know what? I think we're done. I think we're done for the day. Sorry for all the second guessing myself today. We'll take a quick peek underground and we'll look at what we're doing or what we've done. So we've cleaned this up a little bit. We consolidated this into one station. You know, not much new. We'll have another stop out over here somewhere for the metro, and then we'll go into the university. And this one as well, we'll have a stop out over here and then into the bus hub. And we'll have a connection into the arena at some point. I do like how the arena change has kind of occurred. It's a bit different. I think when you're driving along here, still it doesn't really look too weird. I know it doesn't fit exactly over the interchange, but I think it still works out in the end. I think we're good with that. I'll just fill this in with concrete as well. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And I think what we'll do then is we'll have the final picture be of the arena station. And it'll be like metro changes or something like that for the heading. So yeah, have a great day, folks. Talk to you soon. Peace out.